Okay, it's a new chapter of Eden Zero, chapter 177. And my prediction of last week was pretty spot on. Holy wants to recruit them not to take down Ziggy, but to take down a member of the Oceanos Sace Galactica. I'm just going to call him from the Galactica Dead Man Crow. I've had my suspicions for a while now, but this basically confirms it that each member of the Original Sace Interstellar has a target in the Galactica that they want to take down, and apparently Holy's target is Dead Man Crow. And like I expected, the crew of the Eden Zero is completely uninterested. They want to take down Ziggy until she mentions that this guy is working with Ziggy because he is also a cyborg. And apparently before Ziggy, this guy was the most wanted cyborg in the galaxy. So that means Holy is after Dead End Crow. Justice is after Elsie. The Jaguar guy was after... I can't remember his name. Oh my god, he was the main villain of the last arc. Oh my god, he was the Cthulhu-looking guy. Wow, that is sad. That I can't remember his name. Nero. Oh my god. And of course, and I'm going to assume Feather was after Draken Joe, because that was her solar system, the Sakura Cosmos. But I'm assuming now that her main target will be Shiki, because he's now basically the main guy of that cosmos, which is weird. Speaking of which, Holy claims she had no part in making Shiki part of the Interstellar Galactica. She didn't try to stop it either. She really didn't care either way. Apparently, she has no real interest in Shiki. At least that's what she claims. She says she's not going to go after Shiki or after Elsie. She just wants Dead End Crow. And so she says she's willing to work with them to take down Ziggy if they help her take down Dead End Crow. Obviously, the crew is suspicious. Well, most of them are. A few think she might be a good person. For example, Cleany likes her, but Cleany seems to like anyone who's kind and sweet at first. Her brother, obviously, is very suspicious and expects her to be a villain. So, yeah, the main reason why Holy is after this guy is because apparently he was the main cause of an incident known as the Bloody Autumnus Day Incident, which apparently was a massacre of who knows how many people. Rebecca says that it was a mass murder, but Holy claims that that was the public story, but the truth was much worse, and that someone she knew was caught up in it. I don't know how you can be much worse than a mass murder, but I guess we'll find out that backstory later. Shiki obviously doesn't trust her, but he also wants to take down Ziggy, so he says he'll discuss it with his crew back on their ship, and then he'll get back to her later. She agrees. She's apparently in no rush. She claims that in the end, his power will help her no matter what. So, can't really... And we get to see a glimpse of her power, which is apparently... Okay, so the guys that were harassing Rebecca and then before, and then she scared them off by saying that I'm part of the government, they then start to basically melt. Like, they don't turn to a liquid. It's like their bodies liquefy. So they're still meat. It's just that they just turn to nothingness as they turn to a puddle on the floor as they... as basically a meat puddle. It is one of the most disturbing things ever. Like, I understand before when people turned into water, that was a lot less graphic, but this is very disturbing to look at. They do not turn to water or snow or anything. They just stay as themselves, but liquefied, and it's just disgusting. And, Holy, as she's doing this, talking about killing these men, she says all the filth of the world must melt away. Yeah, and so before they're able to make it back to the ship to have their meeting, Lobelia shows up again and asks if she can tell Rebecca something before she ends up dying. And that's how the chapter ends. Okay, predictions for the end. Do I think Holy is going to betray them? Possibly, yes. I think she is, but then she's going to regret it and then basically try to take it back. I don't see her permanently betraying them. Because the way her character is being set up, she's being set up to be a bad guy, but when you do that, usually end up making the person a bad guy at first, and then they're a good guy in the end. And I could definitely see that with her. She's going to definitely betray them to take down Crow, because she apparently hates his guts, and she just wants him dead. But she'll eventually turn around, I believe. I don't know how, but I think it will definitely happen that way. As for Lobelia, I cannot pronounce her name properly. Lobelia, I have no idea. That was at a straight ass left field. I mean, at first it was supposed to be that her. Last chapter it was basically implying that her career was over and that was it. But apparently, there's more to it than that. Apparently, she basically gave up on her career or something. I have no idea. But hopefully, we'll get more about this next chapter next week, or maybe we'll just skip over to Rebecca freaking out about what happened to her, and then trying to say that we're going to help her do whatever they can. Hopefully, they'll actually tell the story. But yeah, this was a good setup chapter. I can't wait to see what happens next. Obviously, they're going to get to the planet, and other things are going to happen before they get to the war. I can't imagine they immediately getting to the war. There's got to be more setup. There's got to be more characters getting involved. But yeah, this is going to be fun. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and give a thumbs up so you can have more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.